Hey, it's your boy Dustin from the Flying Chairs, the Rise Podcast. And today, oh shit, you won't believe it. I got my boy Robert Earl White back for the second time, and he's got some awesome shit going on. He's known in the UFO community, and now he's starting something brand new. And he's going to talk more about that because he's got some awesome evidence to share. And yeah, I just wanted to kick the shit with him because it's been a while since I've seen Robert, and it's the summer just fucking flew by. I don't know about you. I felt like just like in a blink of an eye. I went swimming once this year. And I was like, what the fuck? Where did the time go?
Yeah,
so how was
man.
your summer?
It was something. I went through a lot, but then things got a lot better, and it went by real quick. I didn't know where it went, and oh shit, I'm glad to be here, man. So nice to see you again. And there's been so much going on, as you said. I've been known in the UFO, world and aliens and all that. But yeah, I'm breaking back into my first love, my first passion, and the paranormal, and exploring, traveling, and just looking for answers, and more importantly, documenting it. Because so many people out there, including yourself, so many people that are watching this, in some shape or form, everyone has had some sort of paranormal experience, and it's something super relatable, and everything falls under that umbrella. But I'm just going back to it. When I was like 16 years old, when Ghost Hunters first came out, I bought the box set because we didn't have streaming services. You would have to buy the box set, and I would just watch them over and over. And for me, I'm a huge fan of history. I was in a popular heavy metal Christian band called I Am History. I named the band I Am History. Our top song was King Tut. So I was always a super fan of history. And my favorite thing about the paranormal is, not just going to these places that oftentimes are very old and have a very unique history, but it's one thing to learn all that amazing history. That gets me pumped. But to have a chance to communicate with that history, to document that history, that's it. That's the spark. That's the adrenaline. I do not scare easy. When I was in Bible college, I was out in Gettysburg. So I was out there, and Gettysburg is unlike so many haunted places, Gettysburg, the entire town is haunted, literally. It's not that big. And 65,000 people lost their lives there in a matter of 3 days. And it's
Holy
a very
shit.
small town. I lived right in the middle, and when you look at old photos from all the places being turned into hospitals as they were doing amputations and stuff like that, it would go and block out about 2 stories up of the windows. They have photos of this. All the houses have bullet holes in them. And I used to actually, when I would go and do my Bible homework and go pray, this is kind of nuts. I would go to Devil's Den, and it was a big part of the battle that was there. And anyone that's been to Gettysburg, Devil's Den. And then you have Little Round Top, the real high mountain with the overlook right there. And then you had the snipers that were in Devil's Den in the rocks. And it was and I would go there, sit on the rocks, pray, meditate, and do my homework and try to memorize scripture and all that. But yeah, right around early morning, right as the sun's coming up, and as the sun is going down, if you're in the right location, just at the right time, and when the sun hits it, you can see the ghosts walking around. They
Holy
shimmer
shit.
in and out. Imagine if a car was driving by and the sun hits it, and you see a shimmer of light somewhere else. It's
Yes.
something similar like that, and you don't see them solid walking for a long time. It's they shimmer in for a long second, 2 seconds. You get to see 1, 2, 3 step, and then they shimmer out.
Whoa.
Almost like you're seeing a reflection of a 3, 4 foot area where there's something going on, because I would see one shimmer and then it would disappear, and then two walking together shimmer, and disappear. And it's
Ooh,
called the triangle in the area and all the kind of rocks that's there, Devil's Den, all the granite, certain elements and natural elements can store energy. And it's
sure.
like a battery and it's replaying itself over and over. Because when I would see these things or have these sorts of experiences and hear it from other people, none of these spirits are intelligent. They don't know you're there. They're
No.
just like oblivious. They're just doing their thing. So it's not like intelligent haunting. It's just that situation for me personally, it was just like watching movie reels, and
Hmm.
it's wild. It's been documented. Some biker guy that was there called it at dusk. The same thing, same area. I've seen it with my own eyes. And yeah, it's wild, man.
So you ever heard of the theory of stone tape theory?
Yes, dude. Actually, dude, I've always said if someone was ever crazy enough to fund me, what I would want to do, dude, I swear I've been thinking about this for 16 years plus, is to create, get different kind of stones, different kind of materials, and create huge cube chambers
Oh, never thought of that.
and have one in a square, have one in a triangle, and one in a circle. For example, you would have one made of granite in a circle, triangle, and square. Have one of lime,
Yep.
circle, triangle, square. And then put some sort of device in there that would play something over
Mm.
and over and over again, and you just let it run for, like, say, a month. And then you turn off what was ever inside this chamber, turn it off, and see if you can document it happening again with it turned off.
Ooh,
It
okay.
could be an audio clip,
Sure,
right?
sure,
Playing inside of it over and over, and then take it out, and then document it for 1 month, seeing if anything replays itself. It's a
sure.
very common, but I think that would really help.
So the experiment almost to where like the energy of the music playing into the rocks was exorbitant, kind of like what the storm tape theory is when like someone dies in a room and the soul leaves out through the ceiling or the wall or the wall. And then when someone comes into it, it kind of replays what happens in their last moments of kind of like what you said, like that little shimmer of like you're only seeing little bits and pieces of what's happening, or or maybe what
Constantly.
happened around that
It's
area.
like
It's a theory,
sometimes
but
like
yes,
our dimensional field, like we exist in this dimension, but obviously we must have a dimension underneath of us, and we must
yes,
have a dimension over top of us, and we absolutely must have dimensions on both sides of us. It's
yes,
so important. That's the one everyone seems to forget about. And so, with having that on, it seems like there's little tears, glitches, like we are in a simulation of some sort of
yeah,
a dimensional simulation, which that's what reality is. I can accept it. I hope everyone can too. But I believe they're just little glitches because, like what you're saying, in and out. And if I was a millionaire and I didn't care about human ethics, I'll pay them good. I'm a millionaire. I would pay them good, but build a giant, like, structure and have people live in there for a month made of a
Mm.
certain material and then take them out of there and then do the test. That way they could be in there operating the radio, dancing, laughing, crying, whatever it may be. The fear of being trapped in there for a month. All of those emotions, see how it gets imprinted. And the reason for the different shapes, because certain shapes can amplify, enhance, or hold different kind of energies. So
Sure.
that's always been my quirky little thing, which is a very elaborate version of what you were talking about, but I absolutely 110% believe that there is some sort of, like, that's one of the main factors. Even Skinwalker Ranch, it's coming down to the minerals that are underneath of the ranch.
I was just gonna mention too of like I don't know if you've been to any Native American sites and did some you ghost hunting there, because I can only imagine those are powerful places of because there were bodies in those mountains too. So
Yeah.
uh no, it makes you wonder too, like Yeah, with the
I
mountains.
have been to Native American places.
Okay.
Normally, when I go to a Native American place, it's not the ghost hunt because I'm Native American,
Right.
and we're really respectful to the things. But when I do go there, I go to connect with ancestors, etc.
Sure.
But
That's cool.
we did go to Lake Shawnee Haunted Abandoned Amusement Park, which is
Uh-huh.
in Southwest Virginia, and it's a native Shawnee native burial mound. And the
Weird.
owners of it back in the 70s, when they were farming the area,
Yeah.
mudding with Jeeps and
Yep.
making bogs, getting real deep in the mud and bogs. That's what they were doing in the 70s. Well, eventually they started coming across artifacts, bones, all
Oh,
of
wow.
this. They called the authorities and they asked them, hey, what should we do with all of this? Trying to get archaeologists to come there, preserve it, see what's going on. And they said, we get calls like this all the time, just throw them away. And they said no. And they got a backhoe, all that. They put all the dirt back on it and they left it alone and left it be. And that place was wild. I saw a full body apparition 2 o'clock in the afternoon, as clear as day. It didn't look like a ghost. It was straight up. It looked just like a little girl in a red dress with black hair. And it turns out after I saw it, I went to the owners. I'm like, I just saw a little girl, black hair, red dress, and they were telling me about the father, her husband, who was doing all the farming. When he would be out in the tractor, he said there was always a little girl in a red dress with black hair that would be sitting on the back of the tractor. And I saw it in the back of our truck walking past. And it was wild. It was wild. And a lot of stuff happened there. And we went there twice, and I'm not even going to get into it, man. So much wild stuff happened there, but it's a very, very active place. But I was super respectful of
Sure. I'm just saying, like all the
ancestors, and
newcomers that came to America, not knowing what the mountains were, and then
yep,
just destroying them. And I can only
yeah,
imagine what curses, because that's what it is. It's like you disrupt them. It's some curse. That this
yeah,
Skinwalker Ranch, that was like a curse put on the land because the white man were destroying everything.
yeah.
So
Mothman.
yeah,
Most
Mothman.
people don't
Yeah,
know that was a curse,
yeah,
by Chief Cornstalk, because we screwed them over. And
yeah.
yeah, it's a long history, not going to get too much into it, but a lot of these things, that's kind of what it is. And my tribe, the Abenaki tribe in Vermont, I went to a place called Bellows Fall. My friend is an archaeologist that she does it underwater. All right. She
Oh,
scuba
cool.
dives and she
Oh
does
yeah,
archaeology, and she's really into preserving and making waters clean and keeping rivers and all that. And she's done a lot of search and rescue as well. She's awesome, but she contacted me saying we found new petroglyphs. And
wow.
I went up there. The representative of the New England tribes was there, and I got to hang out with him. And he was like, "I've seen your YouTube. Just remember, they're great spirits," because he knew I wanted to call everything aliens. I'm
Yeah,
like, I don't. Of course, I know the rules. I know the culture enough to
sure.
tread lightly when it comes, because we just got the land trust, and I was the fourth person in the world to see this
Wow,
area
that's
and know where
awesome,
it
dude.
was.
Fuck yeah.
As we were there, huge TV production companies were there, hounding, trying to find out where it is. And he was like, I gotta go. And like he chased them off and stuff because they were looking for it. And we don't want people to see it. It's known as Indian rock. It's a very significant rock to the, in
That's
French, Abenaki or Abenaki tribe. And my great 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 grandfather Jerome Pierre Wassa Emmet was chief of the tribe. And my
wow.
grandmother, who has red hair, that's where I get it from. It's
Yeah,
something that runs in our tribe. The French came over, they started mixing up with the,
yeah,
Wabanaki and that we're all related and cousins, all the tribes up here, but it was a larger federation. Abenaki was just a small fraction coming out of Quebec area, the
yeah.
native
Quebec.
people
Yeah,
of
yeah.
Quebec.
Yeah.
and also upstate New York, Vermont, New Hampshire, like that whole little area. And yeah, man, and my family, my grandmother, a lot of the women on that side, we're all a little in tune. It's
Yeah.
so it's
That's
awesome.
dope.
And I try to tap into that. I feel like that part of
Yes.
me, because on my mom's side, completely different story. But I try to really tap into that native for like my spiritual grounding, for just everything. It
Right.
makes me happy. That way of lifestyle and their beliefs, I like it. It works for
Yeah.
me.
No, it's been in the movies. Like Poltergeist is like one of the best like horror movies and ghost movies
Yep.
ever because and then that revolves around building houses on top of graves. And like even
Yeah.
the second one, they have a native dude that comes and helps them because this like entity won't leave this girl alone because she's got some psychic powers that she inherited from her grandmother. You know what I'm saying? That's just like oh, it's such like awesome twist of like spiritual powers, psychic powers, and like the whole world is and
Yeah.
then the fact that that movie had a fucking curse on it
Yeah.
because that girl gets this rare
So
disease. There are weird fires on set. I guess they used real skeletons in that pool when she was like drowning and shit.
yeah, yeah,
like,
yeah,
like I bet when she found that out, she probably puked her guts out, right? Like
yeah,
you
yeah.
had me
That's
doing
gross.
what?
Yeah. And that's what it really comes down to. And just with all of that stacked up, what we're doing now with Paranormal Unearthed, my colleague Anthony S. Sinclair and I, my best friend,
Mhm.
we were working together before. We had you on sharing the UFO photographs and all that.
Yeah.
Then my grandmother got sick, went on
Mm.
hospice. I had to take care of her 24/7, bed bound. And life just stopped. And after we came back, Anthony and we've always wanted to do something like this, and we're just making it happen. So, and then our camera woman is my girlfriend. So
Oh,
she's with
perfect.
us and stuff. And I'm like, I got my woman, I got my best friend, I got spooky places to walk around in the middle of the
Yes.
night and get spooked out. Like, I love Paranormal Unearthed. So yeah, we got a YouTube channel. We just dropped the very first episode, coming from the Seaview Hospital in Staten Island, New York. So, and trust me when I say terrifying, bro. Some of the stuff we got going on, man, it was insane. Woo!
Yes. That's awesome. And I saw some of it a little bit already, and it's pretty impressive. And again, I haven't personally gone ghost hunting myself, and Wisconsin is a treasure trove for haunted houses and places and weird hot spots in the woods. There's a place here in Madison called the Ohio, and they had ghost hunter teams from TV shows do episodes there.
Oh,
And
really?
yeah, this place has a long history of weird shit. I think from the 1920s, there's been like weird suicides. There's been multiple suicides. There's been weird fires
Mm.
that happen there. There's been bottles that be flipped off the shelves, and then
Oh,
there would
wow.
be stools that get flipped.
Wow.
So, and people go there just to hopes to get a glimpse of something weird to happen. I've been there. They have really good tacos.
Yeah.
But yeah, the fact that they use the ghost as their label almost, like
Yeah.
it's their hotspot. But again, it attracts the curious and the people who want to explore, and they actually they let investigators go there and do their own research. So
Oh,
I
that's
like how
cool.
they're open
Yeah.
to that idea to the other people who are interested. And I think they're on the tour of the ghost tours. I have a friend here, KJ, that does a lot of cool tours around town. That
Hmm.
she's very again a lot of history here in Wisconsin, Madison,
Yeah.
and like the
Yeah.
grave sites near me. Actually, Chris Farley is buried 3 blocks away from me.
No way. Really?
Yeah, I go visit him
Legend.
sometimes. Yeah,
I love, dude, I would too. It's
yeah.
Chris Farley.
He's got an above ground burial.
Really? I
Yeah.
didn't know that.
Hmm.
Wow. That's pretty cool, man.
Yeah.
Gotta do a ghost hunt with Chris Farley.
Yeah, we should go there. So
Yeah,
what's up,
man, get
Chris?
some EVP, set up the EMF,
That'd be so
detector.
crazy if you guys got something like really Chris Farley-ish of a ghost, you
Oh,
know?
and you would know if it
And
was
you would
Chris
know, right?
Farley, like instantly. That EVP would be so loud and clear.
Yes.
Oh man, that's awesome. But yeah, like what you were saying about it's nuts how some of these things can have like physical force. To have the energy to like physically move something, like it's mind blowing. And like within our investigation at the Seaview Hospital, which was an abandoned tuberculosis hospital, and it was built in 1905 until 1938, consisting of 37 buildings, all connected with over 3 miles of underground tunnel systems and basements. And while we were investigating the basements and the tunnel systems, insane bunker stuff went off. I mean, it's rare. I've done other investigations back in the day when I was really into this, and I was lucky to just get an EVP. I was lucky just to get one thing or another. This place delivered. Shadow persons, footsteps on thermal camera,
Oh,
just walking. Shadow person that was directly behind me, and we'll show some
yeah.
clips. Audible voices, like not picked up on a digital voice recorder, no, picked up on 3 to 4 different cameras. So you get to hear the same thing, but on multiple cameras. And we
Yes.
had something launched and thrown at us, and we have that recorded. We don't see what the object is. It was in the room next to us, but we have the sound of it being thrown and launched on 4 different cameras. And we have
Wow.
and then the very, very end, I'm literally physically attacked, and it's documented. See the attack happen. Yeah,
Damn. So
something
it's
something grabbed the back of my backpack. You see my backpack lift up, and then
whoa.
from that, because I had about 30 pounds of all my brand new ghost hunting gear, it rips my entire backpack open. I was
Whoa.
walking up steps. It almost pulled me back. My whole backpack comes undone, and all my equipment starts falling in asbestos, dirt, and debris and rust.
Fuck.
That
Dude.
happened at the very end. And what I didn't tell you, the craziest thing, this facility is surrounded by 8 foot barbed wire fence all the way around. There's only one way to get in there. As Anthony, Amy, and I, as we were investigating the basement and the tunnel systems, the mass tunnel systems, a construction crew came and sealed up the hole in the fence. So
Whoa.
once we came out, we realized we were trapped. It wasn't about hunting ghosts anymore. And
No.
we had to find an old ladder from the 1940s, and we found a fire blanket, and we went up and over the barbed wire. Like they trapped us in there, bro. And that's when I got attacked. That's when the thing pulled my backpack. We weren't doing like the investigation anymore. We were panicking trying to find a way out. And all this is available on the episode on our YouTube, which is Paranormal Unearthed. You can find it there, and it's our very first episode, so go check it out because so much, like, the beginning of the video, we do a brief baseline EMF walkthrough, see if anything's going on. And then the second we get down into the basement and the tunnel systems, from that point on, bananas.
That is
Absolute
fucking
bananas.
crazy, bro.
And
Hell
there's so
no.
much more I can't even remember. And because we didn't want a 2 hour long video, we
Yeah.
actually took so much out. There was
We
so
can make
much
two,
going
probably
on.
two version of part one and part two.
Yeah, I mean there could be a super long extended one. And but yeah, man, it was absolutely wild, bro.
That is
Just so
crazy.
much hearing the voices, seeing the footsteps on a flare, shadow person right behind me. It's nuts.
I was gonna say it takes a shit ton of energy to come through this earth to physically move something or physically touch
To
somebody where
talk,
they, or
to
talk.
talk.
Yeah. You ever seen the movie Ghost? I think where like guy
Yeah,
dies and he like helps his woman shape a and then
yeah,
I guess he goes to the bus state or I think the train station and he meets another ghost that can actually like rip things out of people's hands and he's kicking cans and shit. And he's like, "How the fuck are you doing that?" Right? And he
yeah,
was dying to know, so he was like chasing that ghost. He's like, "Just give me this fucking information. What the fuck?" And the
yeah.
only information really was is like, "You need to fucking concentrate. Use all your energy." And he like put all his energy just to move like a coin like this far, you know.
Yeah, yeah,
It's
yeah.
just like, damn.
But it's something. It's
But
something,
it's
man.
practice, and it's like maybe it's this whole other world that we have to learn, or like we do live in this parallel world that we live in right now, and just in this ghostly plane, maybe
Yeah.
interacting with other entities like
What, dude, have you
extraterrestrials.
ever thought about like what if we are the ghosts to other people? Like, let's say
Oh
right
shit.
now, is someone in a different reality? Are they seeing like us in our studios and stuff? Are they like seeing us pop up and say like, "Holy shit," like just a little
Yeah,
clip,
exactly. In their world,
like,
like yeah,
are we the ghost? You
yeah.
know,
You don't know.
were we here first or did we come after? We don't know.
No.
That's the beauty of it and the wonder, and I think that's why so many people are so interested in like watching shows about trying to document the paranormal. And just the
Ma-
adventure of it is amazing on its own.
It's funny that you said that we might be the ghosts because it's funny that some people agree that Earth is heaven and Earth is hell. So it's just like the whole
Yeah,
mix of like different people thinking like different thoughts of how we view Earth or how we are living right now. This is the heaven, like I'm having the best life in the
yeah.
world. And then you have this other person who's like, life has been a living hell since I was born, like you're right.
Perspective.
You know what I'm
It's
saying?
a
Like,
point of perspective,
yeah.
you know?
We make
And
our own hell, I guess, or heaven. The way
yeah, I feel like no matter what dimension I'm in, I'm gonna try and do the best I can do in that dimension and just try to exist in that dimension.
sure.
Like, hey, just roll with it,
Yeah.
and bring a towel. Bring a
Bring
towel.
it down.
Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. Shout out. So, yeah, I was a big fan of that one anyway. But yeah, so we're doing these investigations and it was just absolutely mind-boggling, and especially for our very first investigation.
Would you
You
want to show
know,
some clips of that?
yeah, man, let's show some clips. Everyone wants to see some
Yeah.
clips.
We're
Here we
talking all
go.
this.
All right, desktop share. All right, here we go. And I will make it big. All right, there we go.
This is the basement of the hospital.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, this is actually the tunnel system. Going up those steps there, that's like a different building's basement.
Okay.
So you would go down this tunnelway, and then you would come across basements like this and runoffs and shoot-offs as you're going through the tunnel system. It is pretty wild. But right here, you're going to hear one of the eeriest EVPs, but it was picked up audibly on multiple
Okay.
cameras, but this was the loudest, clearest. You're going to hear something. I'm going to let everyone listen to it, and then I will tell you what it's
I'm
saying.
gonna
Here we
turn up my
go.
microphone. I'm gonna turn up my headphones.
Yep. Good.
Yep.
We had it highlighted there,
Mm-hmm.
but it's clear as day in a woman's voice. And it kind of sounded like old timey, like how they talked in the 1900s. We hear, "Help,
Hey.
I'm hurt." Like that there's pain and emotion and Anthony and we didn't hear that. And
Huh.
Amy was standing right off to the left. And if Amy and she said I didn't, like, if I would have heard my woman saying help, I'm hurt, none of us heard that. None of
Okay.
us heard that. And we recorded it on multiple cameras. We got it on 3 different cameras. So I'm going to play it again.
Okay.
Listen to this. Like there's echo on it. And we
Yeah.
didn't hear this. Look at us. Completely still.
Well, isn't it like the cameras pick up a different frequency too? Of like only
I
catching it
get
on.
I
EVPs are
I
catching it
guess
on.
so because there was like echo on it. Like you hear
Hmm.
the reverberation.
Mm-hmm.
How we didn't hear it, and then hearing it on three different cameras and how loud it was, how did we not hear it? So it's almost like the camera, it's something. I don't know how to explain it. How do you
Damn.
we didn't hear it. It's so weird.
Hmm.
So yeah, man.
Huh.
Really, really wild.
That is wild.
And then show you a couple more.
Yeah, please do.
Yes. I'll show you the backpack clip. Everyone wants to see the backpack clip.
So this the basement still?
Yep.
Oh shit! Look at that. Oh wow! He just unzipped everything.
And I was past. Look,
Wow, that's
s-
weird.
see it grab it up,
Yeah. Whoa.
try to make me bust my head on a pipe.
How much equipment did it ruin?
None,
Okay, good.
luckily.
Jesus Christ. But no, to unzip it like all the way like that? Hell no. And it pulling up like that? Yeah, you can see it like that, dude. That's clear. Like that. You can see it.
Yeah, something's pulling it. And I'm
Yeah,
past the
dude.
four pipes. And that's a loose wire. A
That's a
loose
loose
wire
wire.
wouldn't do that.
No. Wow,
Now,
that's one of the best
dude,
ones I've seen, dude.
Now, to explain, as I said before, at this point we weren't recording. My equipment didn't get broke because I had everything in boxes. We were done. We show in the episode on our YouTube channel, you can see the full story and everything. But this was when we were trying to get out and Anthony's panicking. He's like, out of all effing days for them to come here and pen up that fence since it's been open since last October, and they come today while we're down here and now we're trapped and we're looking for a way out and we got to find a way out from going under, and we were running into blocked off areas and we were panicking. It was
Dude, that's
time to get
scary.
out. We needed to get out. We were stuck there. It wasn't fun no more. It was
No,
fun
dude,
because we had the
that.
freedom to leave. We had an 8 foot reinforced barbed wire fence. So we were panicking. Anthony, we find an old ladder from the 1940s. He carries it. It was an A frame. By the time we got to the top, it was just one piece left, old broken wood. We found a fire blanket down in the tunnels. And when you watch the whole video, like you'll hear it. This wasn't ghost hunting time anymore. It's time to
No.
go. We were in a state of feeling exactly what the tuberculosis patients felt. When
Shit.
tuberculosis patients would go there, they thought it was contagious. They weren't allowed to go with the population. So most people that went there never left. They felt trapped.
Damn.
We felt trapped. And at that moment of feeling trapped, being tired, and just wanting to get out of there,
That motherfucker
that's
pulled you up.
and let's watch it again. Let's watch it again because
That
wow,
that is wild, dude. That backpack is floating up right now and boom.
30 pounds backpack.
Wow. And you can see it rip pulling back on your back, dude.
And it stops me.
Yeah.
You see me? I'm going forwards and whoa.
Dude, that sucks. How terrifying. Yeah,
Ugh.
there it is. It's getting pulled up. Uh-uh.
I don't want to go there ever again.
Yeah,
I'm
fuck that.
straight, dude.
That dude did not. Yeah, that entity did not want you there. That's like some Pennywise shit right there. Hey, Georgie, you forgot your boat. Hell no.
Yeah,
Especially when
man.
you were like getting blocked off and you just exit. Uh-uh.
We were low key panicking.
Oh
You know
yeah,
what I mean?
for sure.
And I'll show you like another clip of let's see, what should I Let's do.
That was pretty incredible, man. Especially seeing the fabric get lift.
Yeah, it was right kind of where like the handle, like the top of the bag, all
Hmm.
of that got pulled up. You know, just insane, man. All right, here we
Oh
go.
yeah, the threshold entity.
Yeah, now this one is pretty self-explanatory. What is interesting, though, I just want a little backstory for everyone that's watching so you feel like you're there. And trust me, there's so much more. I'm just sharing a few clips. There's so much more. And if anyone else wants to see the other insane, incredible evidence, make sure you go check out our latest episode, Escaping Sea View. It's our first episode. Please subscribe. Also, while you're at it, go ahead and subscribe to the Flying Chariots because it's awesome.
Thanks, bro.
Yeah, shameless plug. Uh, and hit that like button and share this with all
Yes,
your friends. But
yes,
yeah, this one bananas. At the time, we all had feelings, whatever, but we did not know that we caught this on camera. We had no idea. Now, with
okay,
that being said, what's super strange, I don't know if it will be seen in this clip, but shortly after, this shadow person that you will see behind me in the doorway and behind the wall, you see it go behind the wall and
yes,
behind me. And
yes.
during this time, like 20 seconds after this thing walks by, we're all recording the bell on the table. You see me pointing my camera right towards the bell. This was our main focus for documenting. I just randomly turn behind and start looking in there. Bro, I felt it. I knew something was behind me, but I didn't say anything, but I just randomly get distracted. And you see how I'm off to the side?
Yeah.
I did not want to have my open back in there because it was a massive open, like temple looking
Hell no.
foundation mound.
Uh-uh.
It was a very, very large space, and we're in a confined space. And to have your back to such a large space like that in a place you can't even really get into, it's just spooky, you know? So you can see me kind of tucked off to the side because I was just getting a feeling. You know, we all get these feelings, so let's check it out.
Yeah, there it goes. You
It's
know, I would
short.
say it's short. I was gonna say
It's
it's probably
very
like
short.
to your waist,
Yeah, to my waist.
and that could be like a child, right? Because it's the hospital, right?
It was the children's ward
Yeah. Oh my God,
and the nursery.
dude, Wigan. Look at that
No,
shadow there.
no. And then an orb flies out right
Oh,
after.
cool. I didn't see the orb. Let's see it again.
Dude, watch the slow mo. Like you see it in the shadow.
Oh yeah, you definitely see it, and it moves. Yep, right across. And you could tell there's a head and there's shoulders and there's.
And
Well, that's
then
crazy.
yeah, and then we have that from another angle. The
Okay.
camera I'm holding, I'm recording, and Amy and Anthony perfectly still. And behind Amy, who is the farthest away, we were in the basement. There was no light source from outside the basement. There was no, and whatever this shadow thing is, it's clearly behind me.
Yes.
Clearly, it's behind the wall. All the items we had in the room from our lights, the bottles and stuff, equipment, that would cast a shadow on the wall as we were moving around with our lights. But it's
Sure.
visibly seen on that white wall. It's seen really good. This was behind that. So, like, it was nothing being casted from, it was just, I don't know, man. It's just one of those ones. You know what I mean, man?
Oh yeah,
And
that's crazy.
And this is going to be the last one I'm going to
Okay.
play. There's a lot more, but I want everyone, I don't, no more spoilers. I want
Yes.
everyone to go check it out because you won't be disappointed. But I do want to show this one because it's really, really cool.
Sweet.
All right. Now, a little backstory. Anthony will explain it, but yeah, we captured footsteps This is the same room with the little shadow person behind me.
Hmm.
Same room, but like that video, this is happening like to the right, where we weren't really going, like to the right on the other side. So,
Hmm.
no.
Whoa, damn! It's moving across the floor. Oh hell no!
Yeah, you see the
Yeah.
and
uh,
small steps like a kid.
like a kid. Yeah.
Think about how I'm just thinking of that.
Yeah, dude, that's crazy. Hell no! And it's going like through a wall or ceiling or a wall
No,
or
that's
a
the
door.
floor to
I
the
know it's the
right there.
floor, but no, but where's it going? Like,
Oh, it's going behind a cabinet. There's a big,
oh, a cabinet. Okay.
yeah, you can see my cursor, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, perfect. This right here was a big, like desk cabinet
Okay.
thing.
Okay.
It's
Makes more
walking.
sense.
And also right here, there's kind of like a little set, but the floor, right where my cursor is, the floor goes through there. This
Yeah.
is all
Right.
floor.
Right. Right.
This is a big cabinet thing. This is a table with medical equipment. This is where the bell was and that bed, uh, the exam, this stretcher thing. That was right there. Amy and I were off over there. This is to the right. You can see a table there. There was a huge shelf barrier thing there, concrete pillar,
That's
and the
crazy.
footsteps go behind it. So,
Okay.
yeah,
The
wow,
fact that
man.
yeah, right. What the fuck?
Yeah, so
That's gnarly.
let me
That's
take
a
that
good
off
catch,
and
man.
yeah,
And
thank you.
how long does it like take you guys to like after you go through all your footage? Like
Oh,
obviously you have to seem like to go every little thing. So you don't want to catch I mean you think you might miss something if you don't like look through every little thing. Is that tedious?
um,
Or do you get like a
people
high from it? You're like, oh man, I'm gonna get something here.
No, it's fun, and I'm glad
Yeah,
you brought this up because this video is just an example of how you think you've seen everything after reviewing all your footage.
sure.
And then every time you like have a finished version done, you're watching it, and then you notice something else that you missed
Oh,
before.
sure, sure, sure. Yeah,
And you're not sharing every single clip and just, 2 hours of looking at the same video for any sort of little anomaly. That shadow person walking behind, like I don't even know how I did not see it the first time I was watching through,
sure.
but I
Okay.
thought I saw something weird and I was looking for something else. I kind of
Yeah.
saw the something else and then I came across it. The voices, the same thing. We were
Amazing
sending
catch.
videos back and forth, and I'm like, "Oh, this is cool." He's like, "Bro, there's a voice in there saying help. I'm hurt." I'm like, "What?" And I thought so. I take all my footage because he has his own footage. I have my own footage. We both comb through our own stuff. And I'm like, bro, I got that on my cameras too. So it's that situation. But Anthony, when everyone watches it, he's absolutely amazing at editing and stuff like that,
Yeah,
really
he
making a
is.
good
He is.
production.
Yes.
And man, like 2 weeks straight of just nonstop, nonstop, what it was September 30th and the episode
Oh
just
wow.
came out on Saturday.
Cool. Yeah, you're cranking.
So but it was a lot and he was doing a lot of the like practically all the editing. I was going through evidence and clips and collecting them all. And like when we show the videos and it's all the things. So I was cutting videos and giving him stuff and it's so much. And yeah, he really, really worked super hard, put his like we were on the phone constantly with each other, like ideas. We made like 10 different versions of it until everything was right. And there was one point where he just basically almost redid the whole entire thing. And it
Jesus.
was just, just a lot because every time we thought we were done, we would find more evidence. And not like something we
Small, but
left
something bigger than you thought. Yeah.
we left an hour and a half of evidence out. You know, we
Wow.
what you see in the video is the most compelling.
Sure.
And we
Sure.
thought because we had so much of it, why make things suspenseful? Let's just get to it. And after the initial walkthrough, the 3 minute walkthrough through the building, which looks absolutely terrifying, even in the
Hmm.
daylight, you know, we get right into it. And then from that point, it's a shitstorm for the until the attack happens, and it's crazy.
That one's pretty compelling, dude. Seeing the fabric getting lifted, especially a heavy backpack like that, and then get ripped open.
And bro, with like my stomach dropped. I had my DJI drone. We're getting drone footage and all that. I had my DJI drone in there, all my night vision psionics camera, like all this equipment and everything, and just in asbestos rust and like the dirtiest floor it could have possibly fell on with pipes and stairs all over the place. Um, yeah, and after that, I remember everything's dirty, and I'm just worried. I'm like, oh, I hope nothing's broken. I'm putting everything in my bag and trying to get the F out of there as quick as I
Yeah.
can. And
Yeah.
so like, and then I start sweating because I'm panicking because I'm worrying
Sure.
about my equipment being broke, not because a ghost just freaking grabbed me and try and make me go down the steps and hit my head. That was the least of my concerns. I was worried about my equipment. Like rule number one, I can't ghost hunt if I don't have any equipment, and I've put a lot into
You're a
what
real
I have.
Ghostbuster.
Yeah, man. Yeah. What's a Ghostbuster without his energy pack?
Yeah, exactly right.
Like he's not. He can't do nothing without that pack. We all know that.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, like
Dude, the
I can't just
Ghostbusters
go
are the
out
shit,
there
man.
like investigating things. Oh, I feel things. I need scientific equipment. But yeah, man, so it was absolutely mind-blowing, and I promise anyone out there, you will not be disappointed. And we're already booked. We learned our lesson. We were advertising like publicly that we were investigating Seaview, and we think that could be a part of the reason why we got locked inside of it because I
Mm,
think they were trying to they knew we were coming or something because we were posting it online. So now we don't talk about our future investigations
that's
and
a
that
good
whole
idea.
situation, but we do have some amazing places that we have permission to be at. Very
Sweet.
well-known places that many paranormal investigators have been to, and then a place where no paranormal team has investigated that is actually owned by the state and a very amazing place in a legendary area here in New Jersey that is known for things such as the Jersey Devil and other
Hmm.
cryptids. So it's a spooky place here in the Pine Barrens, and we that will be announced. That's all I can say on that, but we're lining up a lot of things. We have one coming up soon, and it's a wild one. Another tuberculosis place, and yeah, it's gonna be fun.
You know what? I'm gonna have you and Anthony come on my podcast more often to share some of the newest evidence that you guys collect. Because I think
We will do it.
it'd be a great way to kind of
Anthony
branch you
would
out.
love that.
Yeah.
Anthony would love that. He's
Yeah.
he's all for it. Yep.
Yeah. Yeah. I get you because I
Also, you can hear things from his perspective.
exactly, exactly. And then no, just to have I'd like to have updates on uh stuff that you find because it just more
It's
viewers in
cool.
my sense. Yeah.
Well, it's
To
it's
get you
it's
guys out
really
there.
cool to show you. It's
Yeah, no, I was very impressed. You just showed me right there. I was like, "Holy fuck, dude, they ain't playing," and they wanted you to
yeah,
stay. That's
yeah,
that's that's
and
scary
being
shit.
trapped.
Don't
And
fuck with
that's the
me.
thing. You can even be in a very beautiful place. Once you're trapped there, it's not beautiful anymore.
No, no.
And we weren't in a like it was originally beautiful, but it wasn't a beautiful place. It was absolutely horror, you know, mind melt eye candy. Everything was just fear fuel. All of it. Like every single inch of that place looked like a horror movie set. Actually, even better because it's all authentic and original, you know?
It's
So
like
it,
it's like the Shining's the hotel there in The Shining.
yeah, yeah, yeah. It was something, bro. And we're
Damn.
really looking forward to the next investigations, and we're really upping up our equipment, just got a new camera and all that good stuff. So getting a lot of better equipment, microphones, audio, and yeah, man, we're using all sorts of things. I have equipment thrown around all over, bro.
Yeah, you were saying that. But yeah, no, I think we will wrap it up for now and definitely have you back because you guys got some shit going. And I love how you guys get your feet wet with the paranormal and the fact that you found your first love in the paranormal and you're actually doing it now and having a fan base grow around that because well, you got my support and I'm here to use my podcast as a podium for you and Anthony to promote more evidence and just get more of a fan base. Use me as much as you want.
Much obliged, good sir.
Yeah, no doubt. But no, that was
No.
great. Hey, can you tell my audience where they can find your guys' stuff at?
Yes, absolutely. So we've been making social media sites all over the place, but basically everywhere you go, it will be Paranormal Unearthed. On YouTube, it's Paranormal Unearthed. And then on TikTok, Paranormal Unearthed. Instagram, Paranormal Unearthed. Um, Facebook, it's Anthony and I. We don't have really a Facebook page, but you can find me on Facebook, Robert Earl White or Robert Orasi. I got two last names. It's weird. Don't ask me why. And also you can find Anthony S. M. Player. But yeah, our YouTube, that's the main thing for right now. We're putting
Sure.
everything on there, and then we have Instagram as well and stuff like that. We're growing. We're trying to make more.
I
We were going to have an X, but our name is too long, and we can't make that our
sure,
name.
sure,
So we're
sure.
like, it's not even worth having it.
Yeah.
So
Well, I just started following you guys on Instagram, so
oh yeah, yeah. But the YouTube for the full videos,
yes,
the
yes.
releases, the episodes, it's gonna be on there. And yeah, we
I'll
share
make
the
sure I'll
reels
make
and
I make sure I'll subscribe after today,
thank you. I
after this interview.
appreciate that.
Yeah, of
I
course.
appreciate that, my
Well,
friend.
I'm gonna do that.
But it's gonna be awesome. And hey, if we're ever out in Wisconsin, because that's something we want to do. We want to
Yes,
work with. We want to have like our friends every now and then, come out with us and just it's fun.
it is
That's
fun.
that's what we want. We want to have fun, even though we take like documenting and the filming. We're trying to do the best we can. We still want to have fun. We still tell jokes. We still act like goofballs. Kai told Anthony, and he agrees. He had the same sentiment. We just want to have fun
Exactly.
and
That's how it
document
should be.
some wild
Yes.
stuff and enjoy the adventure of, that it's beautiful.
People
So,
actually people like to watch that more than just the dead serious people that are like
yeah,
you guess it's all the
yeah,
same, but like if you got to throw your own twist and your own like style and your own like because you and Anthony bounce off each other so well, I think that's what works really well with you guys. So
yeah.
like
We,
the energy is like totally equal and you guys are just like enthusiastic of what you're doing and that's where it is. People like to live vicariously through each other. I'm guilty of
mm,
that. I like had
yeah,
people I've idolized and like wish I was like, man, I wish I could be doing what they're doing, but like here I am doing what they're doing. I'm like, fuck
yeah,
yeah. It's like I could do it too.
yeah. But that's what it's all about, and we're having so much fun doing this, and we've been friends for so long, and we're having a blast. And if we get some amazing evidence, that's cool. But even if we investigate a place, we're still going to tell the history. Even if we don't catch anything, we're still putting a video up.
Yeah, yeah.
We're not going to be one of those channels. No, because still there's a venture to be had.
Yes.
Other things can happen.
Yeah, you can make even like short videos on like because you're so much into history of like old stories of ghost stories or old places that has hauntings and just do like little pictures and you
Yeah,
know just little eye candy for people who are like, oh, I never knew about this place. Maybe I'll go check it
yeah.
out for myself.
I mean, we're hoping to, I keep telling Anthony, I hope this isn't beginner's luck, right?
Hmm.
It's weird to capture that amount of activity on your very first like invest. That was the first time I ever met Anthony. You know,
Uh-huh.
first time my girlfriend has ever been on any sort of paranormal like investigation like that. First time being a camera woman. Like we were just going in there, and for that amount of activity to happen and occur, it's like I hope it's not beginner's luck, but something tells me that, Anthony and we're under the impression that, we give off a certain energy.
Yes.
And I
Hmm.
think certain people, when they give off a certain energy, there are a lot of different things that are, it's like you're a light in the darkness, and
Hmm.
they want to feed off of that energy. And some of us burn a little bright than others. To them,
Yes.
some of us look a little bit more delicious to feed off of that energy and to collect it. And so a lot of times, there's certain people that you see, and it seems like no matter where they go, something weird happens. I
Hmm.
think that's like kind of one of those situations, and Anthony and we kind of share that in common. Even going back, his triangular UFO experience happened in 1993, missing time. He was out riding dirt bike, all that. Then my UFO crash happened in 1991, so like we have like a lot of we've been through
Right.
it.
Sure.
So the
Yes.
paranormal and weird stuff has been like surrounding us his life, my whole life, and with him being a former police officer,
Yeah.
when it comes
Yeah.
to investigating, it's
That's
nice.
cool.
And he's from Staten Island. He has that accent real strong. I can't
Yeah,
even
he
talk
does.
like that. But so he kind of puts some of the spirits under pressure to communicate, I think
Yeah.
he's scaring them.
That's
But
awesome.
it's normally me. I know in the video, like, oh, don't. He's like, don't worry about Rob. He's harmless. He has that big goofy beard, but he won't hurt you. But no, it's good stuff. Some jokes and all that, and like it's crazy. We had a lot of bell activity. The dead bell, the
Hmm.
bell that detects electromagnetic fields and stuff.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, there's one scene, and no spoilers. Everyone go check it out. But
Yeah.
we have some awesome stuff going on with that bell too. That was another one. Very cool.
Yes. So everybody listen to Robert and get up onto his YouTube and subscribe.
Yes. Paranormal Unearth. And
Dun dun dun.
we had a celebrity narrator. He's worked for like
Ooh.
History Channel and all that. You'll
Wow.
notice the voice when you listen to it.
Oh, that's sick.
Yeah. Which so like the narrations we do have, Anthony and we narrate. We talk about our experiences and
Sure, sure.
elaborate because some of this we weren't aware was going on. So it's not like we could have talked about it in the video. We got to talk about it afterwards. So, like
Yeah, you're right.
we were
And
just
people like context to the videos they're seeing. Like people get confused or like you just show
and
them a
I s-
video and you're like, look at
and
this. And you're like, what are you what me look for? What the fuck? And
and
at
I
least
spent
when you're talking about it and you have arrows pointing to it and like you
yeah.
zoom up into the image, that's where
Yeah,
it's
and
at, man.
enhance it and make it
Yes.
clear instead of
Yes.
leaving it fuzzy. We're like, no,
Yep.
let's make it as clear as possible. We don't want to make things potato fuzzy. We want the clearest,
Potato fuzz.
irrefutable evidence that we can possibly get. Every paranormal researcher wants the same thing. And the more people that get it, the better, because the more data we'll have. So, we're not the only ones catching these things. There has literally been thousands of other teams out there, other paranormal investigators that have documented similar, same things, if not crazier. So that's what it's all about, just providing that data and having
That's
fun while you're doing it.
that's awesome. Well, on that note, we're gonna head out of here. So hey, can you head can you stay with me for 2 more minutes?
Yeah.